Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. I bet the noise of the kettle is very annoying. Remove that. You're joining me on what feels like a Sunday, but it's actually Saturday. Definitely feels like a Sunday because Charlie and I somewhat took a little bit of time off work yesterday because we've got Charlie's sister Scarlett staying with us. And if you watched the last vlog, you'll have seen we had a really gorgeous day down at Soho Farmhouse. We went and did the lazy lakes, and then we went to the Estelle Manor fireworks in the evening. So it was a really, really lovely day and definitely felt like a Saturday. So it feels like we've got a bonus long weekend this weekend. It's the greyest, dullest weekend in history. I checked the weather forecast hoping that it was going to brighten up at some point, but it literally just said dull and dark all weekend. But it doesn't matter, it's not going to dampen our seasonal spirit because we're going to have a really cozy family weekend. We're actually heading to Charlie's mum and dad's later this afternoon. I think Charlie's dad has bought fireworks. We're having steak and mac and cheese for dinner. I'll give you 0.5 guesses who's volunteered to make the mac and cheese. So I thought we could also just make a few more like hearty seasonal spiced recipes. We've got the apple juice in the fridge still from last week's apple pressing. We've still got some left. We had so much apple juice. So I thought I would make almost like a mulled apple spiced cider type of drink based on the one that I've seen in Daylesford, their mulled apple cider. I just took a photo of the ingredients and I'm gonna try and figure out how to make it. But this morning, probably not for this weekend unless we have it with the Sunday roast tomorrow, I really wanted to make a spiced chai ice cream. This vlog is not going to be really a cooking vlog, but it's just something that I want to get in the freezer early this morning. So I'm going to use my Daylesford loose leaf chai mix. I'm going to make a chai tea, and an hour ago while I was getting ready, I've had a saucepan brewing. I don't think brewing is the right word actually. What is the word? Infusing. This is actually, I don't think you can see, this is actually raw milk, and I realise that when you heat up raw milk it kind of defeats the point of having raw milk, but it's just what I had in the fridge. I've got 2 cinnamon cloves, 10 cloves, 2 star anise and a few other little spices in here, and this has been infusing for the last hour. And now I'm going to make a very small cup of chai tea using this, which is a mixture of all the usual spices. It's cardamom, oh there's cardamom in there as well, black pepper, fennel, ginger, cinnamon obviously. So I'm just going to make a really small strong tea and add this to my milk infusion and then let those flavours kind of meld together for 15 minutes. Then we're going to crack on with turning it into ice cream. As usual, I'm going to use my Thermomix. You can use an ice cream maker, you can, I'm pretty sure you can make it in a normal stand mixer as well because it's all about the churning. So let's get that kettle back on, make the chai tea. I feel like today's outfit represents the coziness of the activities that we're going to be doing this weekend. This is quite new to my wardrobe from Lilysilk, and it is so warm. If you want to save on the heating bills this winter, then silk, cashmere and wool are the two, I was about to say ingredients, what is the word I'm looking for? Materials that you want to look out for. I really love the neckline, and I've been quite boring with my necklaces lately because I've been wearing so many roll necks, so I like the fact that this has got a little bit more of a V, and I popped this adorable little necklace on, which I'm pretty sure Margot Robbie wore in the Barbie movie. I think it looks really sweet against the white, so I definitely want to start playing around with my necklaces a bit more. It's got really nice big billowy sleeves, and then these are my favourite tracksuit bottoms, loungewear trousers of all time. Both pieces are Lilysilk, and they've stopped making these trousers, but I'm going to start a petition for them to start making them again. I have them in white as well, but the brown ones are the ones that I wear the most. They have actually got something fairly similar. I'll pop a photo on the screen here, but being a little bit on the petite side, these ones which are so cropped are my all-time favourite. But yes, this is just the perfect lounging, cooking, baking from home, relaxed family weekend kind of knit, but I do have some other bits from Lilysilk that I'll share with you this morning as well. Hopefully it'll brighten up a little bit later, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. But we will be heading to Windsor, I think after brunch. We'll go for a lovely walk, and yeah, tonight steak and mac and cheese, fireworks, s'mores, maybe even some pumpkin carving. So it's going to be a very cozy seasonal family weekend. Daddy, I'm snoozing. Please leave me to snooze.
Where is he?
His hair.
It's there!
Daddy, I'm here. Every morning I get woken up by kisses.
This is a nice time to catch him before he gets all ferocious.
Daddy, I'm never ferocious.
Before I get all ferocious.
Oh, look at my tiny boy.
Little fat boy.
Mummy's dressed like Dickie today in a soft white jumper. I'm inspired by you, my fillet.
Try and predict something.
Yeah?
Behind this door, Dexter's going to be waiting.
Do you think? Teeny. Oh, my Dexy! Oh,
Because I heard
so
all the love,
sorry.
I got out of bed because I get jealous.
Daddy,
very quickly.
do you know what I get, Daddy? It's called FOMO.
Oh.
It's called FOMO, and I suffer from it greatly.
Oh, there's the
No growling.
There's the grump.
Dickie is so like his mother. He's so grumpy in the mornings.
Dogs.
You two are ridiculous. Anyway, come on, Mummy. We want our breakfast. We're just gonna have to put up with kettle sound effects for a little bit. So while that's boiling, I could use my water filter. Maybe I should just do that. Never mind. I'm going to separate out 6 egg yolks. These are the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Organic free range hen eggs. They're always completely different sizes. You can't control what size eggs you're going to get, but I think amongst 6 will probably average out to a medium size. Now, I don't want to show you something that is really obvious, but the way that I separate egg yolks is obviously cracking them, pull the eggshell in half, and then I just kind of flip the yolk from side to side while trying to get rid of the white. So I'm going to pop my yolks in there. You might be able to guess I'll be keeping the eggshells, putting them in the oven for just a few minutes to kind of sterilize them, and then I'm going to pop these out into the garden. This time of year, really important to try and get the nourishment back in the soil, because everything that you grew over the year has probably taken all of the goodness out of the soil. So coffee grounds, banana peels, eggshells, really good at putting nutrients back into the soil. So all of the spices that have been infusing in my milk for the last hour, they alone would give it a really nice chai taste, but I like my ice cream to really pack quite a punchy flavour, so I thought I would use a proper chai tea mix as well. This one is absolutely delicious. So I'm using my little straining, what would you call this? I don't know. Straining spoon? Straining pincers. And I'm just gonna do quite a small amount, like 1/3 of a cup, and let this brew for 5 minutes. Okay, these are going in at 180 degrees for just a couple of minutes. Okay, the eggshells are in the agar. Now this sounds like the most ridiculous thing ever. I've definitely heard more ridiculous things, but I don't want my egg whites to go to waste. I don't have any plans to make meringue or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do is turn this into an egg white omelette, which I personally find really boring, doesn't appeal to me at all. But I know 2 little fluff bombs that absolutely love an egg white omelette. I'm not going to season it at all, just going to stick this in one of my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 pans, so I don't even need any butter or anything. And my 2 little boys are going to have a very bougie, very protein rich, very healthy breakfast. Right, chai tea has had a few minutes, probably like 5 or so to infuse, so I'm just going to pour the very strong tea in with the milk. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. I'm going to heat that up a little bit more and just infuse, oh my goodness, it smells amazing, for 5 minutes. And meanwhile, we'll start with the rest of the ice cream. I'm actually going to reuse these leaves and make myself a chai tea, because why not? So good for you. So into your ice cream maker, in my case Thermomix, 300 grams of cream. 100 grams of caster sugar, 100 grams of honey. This is a nice local one. I should think this is definitely way less than 100 grams. So I'm just gonna see what other honey I've got in the house as well. My 6 egg yolks going in, and the zest of an orange. And finally, after that's been infusing, I'm going to strain in, getting rid of the actual spices, my milk infusion. My gosh, that smells so festive. Okay, I'm adding in, I think from the smell of it, this is a vanilla extract. I think this could be quite strong, so I'm just adding in about a teaspoon. And now this is cooking at 80 degrees for 8 minutes. Just enjoying my egg white omelette. So healthy, mummy, thank you. Okay, now I'm just popping this into the ice cream container using a sieve. I just want to catch those little bits of cinnamon. And I'll let this come up to room temperature before I pop this in the freezer. I will churn it one more time before I serve it, and that'll just make sure it's extra creamy. Looks like this is going to be a really good quantity. Perfect. Oh, it smells incredible. Okay, I've brought the eggs out into the garden, and just got a glove on because they can be obviously a little bit sharp. Just crunching them up and sprinkling onto the soil. These will break down over the next few months before I plant anything in here. The little worms will get busy, and it's giving a really good calcium, potassium, nutrient boost to the soil. I'm just using this to smush them into the soil a little bit, just to give it a little helping hand to get started. You can see there's quite a lot of leaf and root in here, so I'll definitely do a good layer of compost on top before we set the beds down for winter. You are just the sweetest doggy on the entire planet. I love how you just sit on your doormat. Such a patient boy. Such a patient boy. Okay, ice cream is in the freezer, and I've just taken these bits out. I know I've mentioned this recently, but the boys are honestly just loving their food at the moment. This is the different dog shepherd's pie dinner, and I also added to the box this week their bone broth. I just think if we can have non-ultra processed food as humans and enjoy bone broth and other nourishing things, then why not give them to our doggies too? This says supports digestive and bone health. And what I love about this, you know, you really have to think about the quality of the ingredients in your dog food. This is all kind of hand-cooked, complete dog food, no nasty ingredients, nothing ultra processed. You can read the ingredients and it's literally like what you'd find in your kitchen, which is great because we want our little boys to remain healthy. As you can tell, they're just being little slugs this morning. But yeah, it arrives and it's frozen and you defrost it. I basically take one out to defrost whenever I just finish one. So bone broth and shepherd's pie is what my boys will be having for their dinner this evening. Okay, my darlings, ice cream is in the freezer and dog food is defrosting. So I've got a little bit of time now. Charlie has just finished his Peloton and I'm steering clear of the kitchen while he does some breakfast. So I'm going to show you a few more of my favourite Lilysilk pieces and how to style them. This is very much the time of year that it's perfect to take a little look at your knitwear. If you have got favourite pieces, are you interested in investing in them in another colourway, or are there some gaps in your wardrobe? I mention Lilysilk all the time, as do many other people on YouTube, because it really is one of these brands where the quality versus the price and the timelessness of the style just make the pieces such good investment pieces. I would say from September to May, there is a very strong chance that I am wearing a Lilysilk piece at all times. So this jumper that I showed you, I've been wearing it all morning. This is called their Daphne, and it is 100% cashmere. Cashmere being just the most beautiful quality material. It's fantastic at keeping you temperature regulated. It is not itchy in the slightest. There is not even the slightest hint of an itch with this jumper, and I think that the style of it is absolutely gorgeous. So earlier you saw me styling it very, very relaxed with my wide leg trousers. Well, I've actually just popped it on with something a little bit smarter. So this is a pair of, as you can see, brown, almost tailored style trousers. The versatility of this knit means you could definitely wear it for a day at the office with a nice smart pair of trousers, black, brown, whatever your go-to. And I think just tucking the knit in with a belt is a really, really gorgeous way of styling. I mostly would probably wear this, actually also perhaps with a woolen midi skirt. I think that could look really nice, but the silhouette of it lends to both smarter outfits and more casual. So I thought I'd just quickly show you another one. And before I forget, 𝐿𝑆_Josie20 is my always on discount code, so you can use that to save 20% on your favorite Lilysilk pieces. Of course, we're in the middle of November now, which is crazy. So Black Friday, Cyber Week is emerging on us, slowly but surely. And Lilysilk, as always, do some incredible discounts. For additional discount codes, I will leave all the information in the description box down below, and definitely make sure you're keeping an eye on my newsletter as well, because we update that really, really frequently with all of the best Cyber Week sales. But you'll be able to use my discount code throughout Cyber Week to ensure you're getting the very best discount on your pieces. So 𝐿𝑆_Josie20, you can use that anytime you like. I'll show you now a few of my other favourite knitwear bits, but there are so many things that I've loved and worn throughout the year that you might want to think of investing in. There's my sleeveless white cable knit top. I will try my hardest to find visual examples of these. That was probably when it was a little bit less chilly in the house, when I could still get away with wearing sleeveless every day. That was my most worn piece, with the trousers that I was wearing earlier, as a relaxed thing to wear in the house. I've got the more kind of biscuity colour cable knit. I'll probably show you these pieces in a second anyway. But then also for smarter occasions, I've got my beautiful dark brown silk top with the bow at the back. That is absolutely beautiful. Silk trousers, they are so, so elegant. My beautiful off-the-shoulder dress. Oh my gosh, there are just so many pieces that now would be a great time to make the most of the Cyber Week sales and make the most of my discount code. Also, Lilysilk, of course, do bedding, they do pajamas, they do this beautiful olive green silk robe, which is definitely on my wish list. Gorgeous, gorgeous silk pajamas, so many lovely pieces. But anyway, I could go on and on and on, but let me show you a few of my other favourite knitwear pieces. Okay, something I'll be spending a lot of time in over the next 2 months are festive jumpers. This is not too festive, so this is perfect for November, perfect for kind of easing you into it. This is Lilysilk's Fair Isle jumper for this year, and let me tell you, the softness of this jumper is unlike anything else in my wardrobe. This is actually made from 30% cashmere and 70% wool, which is this golden ratio that Lilysilk have really put into a lot of their garments, because they've realized that you get the best of both. You get all of the really cozy warmth of wool, you get the structure that wool provides, you get the temperature regulating benefits, you get the softness of the cashmere, but still with, it's basically the best of both, and they figured out that this 70-30 ratio is the absolute optimal level. So look out for the ratio of 70% wool, 30% cashmere in your Lilysilk pieces to really get that perfect blend. I love how this can be styled with really casual things at home, again, just like your leggings or your cozy cashmere trousers. But again, I have kept on the smarter trousers, so if you do have a little bit of a festive, more relaxed day at work, then you could wear something like this. But then also I feel like with the right accessories, you could definitely smarten up a Fair Isle knit like this and wear it to smarter occasions as well. Great thing about this blend, again, is that it's just not itchy. I do have really sensitive skin and I just can't wear things if they're itchy. I would always recommend popping a thermal on underneath, just because it does mean that you tend to need to wash your knitwear less often. But even without a thermal, this is just on bare skin right now, it's still incredibly comfortable. And the blend also means there's less chance of your knitwear pilling, which is when the fibres, it's not a sign of bad quality by the way, it's just what happens with long fibres when they kind of knot together and you get little bobbles. This blend actually has less pilling than like 100% wool or 100% cashmere. So something to bear in mind, because let's be honest, these pieces are the kind of pieces that we're going to want to be wearing all throughout the rest of winter because they're so cozy and so versatile. So this is the next one, and I think I'm going to be wearing this a lot over this weekend, so yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of this one. Okay, before I talk about this next super cozy knit, I'm going to put some of this in my hair. It's from Lilysilk, it's their Taming Balm, and these are 3-day-old curls, majorly in inverted commas, and whenever I brush my hair, the curls just get more and more limp, and my hair gets fluffier and fluffier. But this little miracle balm, I find that if I pop just one pump of this, one pump, and it's quite a small amount, so this is going to last me forever, it just gets rid of the fluffiness and adds that little bit more definition, and by some magic it almost kind of brings some of the curl back to my hair. I don't know how it works, but so far I'm just really loving everything that I've tried from Lilysilk. My hair seems to really like it. My hair is in really good condition right now, and it's not really holding a style, that's the only thing, but this does add that little bit more definition, which I'm very grateful for. Anyway, I digress. Another gorgeous Fair Isle knit, which I feel like for November, for cozy month, this is absolutely perfect. It's also, again, just kind of teasing towards the festive jumpers, but it's not a festive jumper. What did I wear this to the other day? I definitely had like my Barber on top, probably a gilet as well. Really nice layering piece, just perfect classic autumnal piece for your wardrobe. This is 100% cashmere, so gorgeously soft, really warm, and again, not itchy. I don't have a thermal on underneath this, so it's just perfect. If you are heading for a weekend in the Cotswolds, you just want to wear some leggings, a cozy knit, wellies or smart boots, and a long jacket, you'll be absolutely perfect. You'll be perfectly dressed, and it's got just a really nice pattern on it. I love the warmth of the brown. I love the Fair Isle pattern going through it. The neckline is a roll neck, but you can style it however you really want. So you could fold it down, you can wear it just kind of a little bit more relaxed, whatever your preference. I quite like to have them up sometimes. Just makes you so toasty. Yay! So my darlings, this is definitely not a new piece. This is my fabulous brown silk top, but I just wanted to show it to you styled in a kind of could be perfect for a Christmas drinks. I know it's still early. Okay, maybe Thanksgiving. Let's talk about Thanksgiving dinner. I'm actually going to one this year, I think for the first time ever, like a proper one. I've gone to a few press events before for Thanksgiving, but yeah, really excited. So this is a potential outfit. I think there's something about brown silk which is just so luxurious and rich at this time of year, paired with the contrast of a white knitted skirt. I think this looks really lovely tucked in, and you've got the, again, slight festivity of a bow at the back here. So if you wanted to do a really nice kind of bun in your hair, I think that would look gorgeous. Really beautiful bow detail. I'd love to see Lilysilk doing long sleeve versions of this as well. I think that would be so elegant. Haven't worn this bag as much as I thought I would. I think I've been a little bit scared because it is suede, even though I have sprayed it in suede spray, but as another little brown touch to this outfit, I think that could be a really perfect accessory. Okay, back into the cozy pieces. I've popped on this woolen cashmere blend cable knit sweater jumper. Cable knit is such a classic, timeless design. I love to wear things like this over my shoulders when I just need that little bit of extra warmth, but also I'm really getting back into v-necks. As I said, I think at this time of year, it's really nice to be able to accessorize your outfits. I've added another necklace. This is a �Μ𝒐𝒏𝒅 one. These are both 𝑚𝒐𝒏𝒅. Keep an eye out on my stories for an early access to their Black Friday sales very soon. And yeah, love the warm tone of this knit paired with Lilysilk's tailored trousers. It's an incredibly comfortable outfit and yet very chic the same time. You could wear riding boots, you could wear little heels, but equally you could wear trainers with an outfit like this. Really, really versatile. I love the natural colour of this. Really perfect for this time of year. This is the kind of spicy warm tone that I want to see in my wardrobe and in my drinks at this time of year. And I love the contrast with the white trousers too. So this is another one that's really warm and really comfy. So perfect for November, December, and as we go into those really chilly months. So a little bit more out of my comfort zone, but I feel like a really wearable outfit. I've styled the next Lilysilk piece, this gorgeous wool cashmere blend cardigan with jeans. And I actually really love how this looks. So this cardigan is that magical 70-30% golden ratio. So it's incredibly soft and warm. You've got the structure of the wool, you've got the softness of the cashmere, not so much pilling, all of the benefits. It's in this really beautiful beige colour, which I think is really versatile. You could actually wear a roll neck underneath this. Can't believe I haven't shown you my Lilysilk roll neck yet, but I feel like you guys have seen me wear my pure white roll neck so often. I might take it with me to wear tomorrow actually. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for our Sunday roast. White roll neck, that's the first thing I would actually add to your basket on Lilysilk, because they are the ultimate building block starting point for most of my autumn outfits. I think there's nothing more chic than a simple cashmere white roll neck. Anyway, back to this. So again, it's a great place for showing off some nice jewellery if you've got a lovely v-neck, but if you feel a bit chilly, pop on a roll neck underneath. Now that I'm thinking about this, did I say this earlier? I think this was in the Barbie film. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Sorry if that is major deja vu. Anyway, with the jeans, really love how this looks. It's a really nice relaxed outfit for going about your day-to-day in the winter months, looking chic, looking cozy in the cardigan. And the final piece I have to share with you is another cardigan, and because today is such a relaxed day, I'm going to start it with leggings. I'm going to be cozy. I think we are just, as well as having our delicious meal, we're going to watch a cozy film later. So leggings and a cute little cardigan is exactly what is on the plan for today. Okay, final outfit for today, and this is what I am so comfortable in. I'm not gonna lie, I do wear leggings realistically 80 to 90% of the time, and I know that I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone, but they're very versatile. You can wear your walking boots, you can wear smart boots, and then just have a lovely top on top and just be comfy. Comfort. Since we moved from London to Cotswolds, comfort is my #1 thing. Like, if an outfit isn't comfortable, I'm really just not interested. It's a little bit sad at times when I think how little I've worn my heels and things like that. Still love a party, still love a beautiful dress, but I am happiest dressed like this. So let's look at this cardigan, because it is an absolute beaut. This would be a gorgeous one to pop on a wish list maybe, or treat yourself to ahead of the festive season. I don't know how well it'll show, but it actually has really subtle, so subtle that I would be surprised if the camera picks it up, glistening specks in it. It's got like the most subtle thread running through it, which just gives certain parts of it a little bit of shimmer. Do you know what? It's like, okay, I can see it here. I would say 1 in every 500 threads is like a metallic silver. Sorry, looked like I was staring at my boobs for ages then. Can you see? Hopefully the camera might pick it up. It's one of those things that you have to like really look closely to notice, so it doesn't feel overly festive, but there's just that little bit of shimmer running through this cardigan. It's called the Water Ripple cardigan, maybe because of that metallic thread running through. And on the website, I'll pop a photo on the screen here, they styled it with a really beautiful white silk or satin midi skirt and a white roll neck underneath, a full super chic white outfit, which I loved. I, however, have gone the complete opposite side of the scale. I've got on my Varley leggings, really nice and high-waisted, so incredibly comfortable. I've got on my slippers, and then this is one of the Skims bodysuits, so I feel really cozy, like I just want to curl up in front of the fire with a lovely chai latte. And it is quite a low cardigan, so I would recommend a bodysuit or a roll neck or a little vest underneath, but I think it's gorgeous. For later on, did I bring it downstairs? No, I don't think I did. I've got a really sweet little brown velvet hair bow. I might pop a little bow in my hair later just to make it look as though I've made a bit extra effort. But on working from home days, to be honest, throughout Vlogmas, which I'm so excited for, I think this is the earliest that I've started to get really excited about Vlogmas. I think it's because yesterday I planned out a little remainder of November content schedule, and I'm gonna have 2 days off. The last 2 days of November, I'm actually going to not film anything, which for me is really unusual. Normally I film something every single day. You know, this is a weekend, Saturday, Sunday I'll be filming. But in order to do Vlogmas properly, yeah, the last 2 days of December, I don't have to film anything, which is a dream. And started to put a few little things in the diary for December. So I'm just ridiculously excited. Really random tangent, but if you love the vlogs and you love watching YouTube in general, and if you want to have a seamless viewing experience of Vlogmas, personally, I would recommend signing up to YouTube Premium. I don't benefit in the slightest from recommending that you do this, but I personally have YouTube Premium, and let me show you. I apologize if this is really obvious, but there are some really cool benefits. So say for example, I'm actually rewatching some of Zoella's Vlogmases from last year, and you can basically have a video in the background of your phone, no matter what you're doing, whether you're on Google Maps or you're on Instagram or whatever, you can have YouTube on in the background of your phone when you're doing other things. And I'm pretty sure that is a premium only benefit. As well as that, you can also just click a little download button. Oh my gosh, I'm not subscribed to Zoe. I'm embarrassed. My goodness. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. You can then also on YouTube Premium download YouTube videos. So say for example, you finish work at 5:15 or 6, you can, in the last like 5 minutes before you go home from work, you could download my Vlogmas vlogs or any of my videos. And even if you lose signal on the tube on your way home or on the train, my train journey is awful. I have signal only like 50% of the time. I always download YouTube videos, and then you have a little download section where all of the videos you've downloaded, obviously you don't need Wi-Fi, great for airplane journeys as well. So ability to have YouTube on in the background, ability to download videos, but most importantly, no adverts. Oh, hallelujah, because I know my videos are long. I don't control the adverts that YouTube put on the videos. YouTube control that. With YouTube Premium, you don't get any adverts. That for me is a game changer, especially during Vlogmas. Even if you just treat yourself to YouTube Premium during Vlogmas, I would recommend it so highly. As I said, I don't benefit from this at all. In fact, if anything, I probably should just not tell you to do that, because I'm pretty sure it might negatively impact my ad revenue. But I want you guys to enjoy Vlogmas to the absolute best of your ability. So consider getting YouTube Premium for a month. It's not the cheapest subscription in the world, but for the sake of like the cost of a couple of cups of coffee, I think it is so worth it. Whenever I'm on my friends' phones and we watch a YouTube video, I'm like, how do you put up with those adverts? Just get Premium. Anyway, before I go downstairs, I can hear Charlie pottering about in the kitchen, which means brunch is imminent. I wanted to do a little shout out to Cult Beauty. They sent this really lovely bundle of products, and especially, I love the bag. I think this bag is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to use this tonight as my travel kind of makeup and skincare bag. They've popped some gorgeous goodies in here. Natasha Denona Love Face Palette. This is just gorgeous. This would be such a nice little stocking filler. I'll leave all these bits linked down below. I love this. It's called Giddy eyeshadow colour. I think is a crease colour. That would be so beautiful. Gorgeous big palette. Also in here we have got a lip balm. This is the Plasma Lip Compound from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒕. I don't hear many people talking about 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒕, but it's actually become one of my favourite skincare brands. I love their peel, their flash peel that I use as a peel. It's just one of the best I've ever tried. And their lip balms are incredible. This has got this silver little applicator. It's actually a really lightweight balm, so if you pop it on over the top of your lipstick, it makes your lipstick sit really comfortably and just gives that little bit of shine. The lipstick that I've got on at the moment is downstairs, but it is Bare Minerals Grace, and it's one of my all-time favourites. I'll leave the lipstick link down below as well. What else have we got? A Slip Silk Hair Bubble. Love the colour of that one. Little mini of the Summer Fridays jet lag mask. I do have a very short trip to the sun coming up very soon, so that's going to go in my travel skincare bag. Very handy little mini of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I used the big version of this today just in my T-zone because my skin is a little bit oily, especially at this time of the month. Ooh, Tata Harper Regenerating Cleanser. I just ran out of the cleanser in my gym makeup bag, so that's going to replace that. I've heard a lot of people talking about this. This is the Vino Perfect Cordially Micro Peeling Mousse. I think you pop this on for literally 30 seconds before you pop in the shower, and it's a really lovely, gentle but effective peel. I'd be interested to compare it to my You Beauty one, which I'm in love with. But yeah, I've heard people raving about this on TikTok. Cordially doesn't strike me as a TikTok brand, but whenever I go on TikTok, I do see people really raving about their products. They've kind of beelined themselves to a younger generation, I would say. What's this? Medicate Total Moisture Daily Facial Cream. That is a big moisturizer. Wow. I've got a few moisturizers in my list to try at the moment, so I'll give that one a go when I finish my others. My gosh, look at the packaging on this. It's a pony. Who's this from? 𝑭𝒆𝒄? Oh. That is so cool. Imagine this on your Christmas party. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, this is a really lovely brand. I've tried their eye gel in the past. It's really nice and lightweight, so excited to have a top-up of that. Is this 𝑗olene? No, Charlotte Tilbury Collagen Superfusion Facial Oil. I don't think I've tried that before, but that's a really handy teeny weeny mini for my travel bag. A couple of absolutely minuscule Brazilian bum bum creams from 𝑭𝒐𝒏𝒂𝒕 from Sol de Janeiro. Ooh, body scrub and boom boom cream. Teeny weeny again, perfect for this trip I've got coming up. It's almost as if you knew, Cult Beauty. Miniest mini in the world of the Super Anti-Aging Serum from Dr. Barbara Sturm. I don't think I've ever seen a skincare mini this small, but I'm literally going away for 4 nights, so that's perfection. K18 Molecular Repair Hair Oil. I don't think I've tried anything from this brand before. And last but not least, is this brown or black? This is the Dream Pop Mascara from Charlotte Tilbury. Thank goodness, I was really hoping it was going to be brown. At this time of year, I love brown mascara. I haven't used Charlotte Tilbury mascara in a really long time. I'm really happy with my lashes and brows at the moment. I had them laminated and LVL lash lift about a week ago with Rosie, who sadly is moving to Australia, so I need to find someone new. But yeah, it's just a quick flick of mascara, and filling in just a couple of the gaps in my brows is all I need to do right now. So what a gorgeous top up, and again, love this bag so much. So thank you, Cult Beauty. I'll leave these bits linked down below. Yeah. Someone is leaf blowing outside and it's very loud, so I apologise if that's in the background. Charlie just cooked a delicious brunch. We had avocado on toast, completely loaded avocado with seeds and dukkha and little bits of chili. It was scrumptious. Having a really quick coffee now before we head over to Charlie's mum and dad's. So I'm just packing my 𝑑aylesford cool bag. This came with our festive hamper. It's so useful. I always keep one in the car as well in case you're out shopping and you get something frozen or whatever. Really, really handy. So I am now, much to my own surprise, converted to spelt pasta. It's just so much better for you, and I really can't taste the difference with this brand. I've tried loads of healthier pastas in the past and not really liked any of them, but this brand is called Pastificio Carleschi. I'll try and leave it linked down below. It's actually made in London. Probably not cheap, but it's really good. So pasta. We get our flour from Wild Farmed. I've actually got a podcast downloaded to listen to with the founders of Wild Farmed. I'm sure one of them was in Groove Armada. They did talk about it on Clarkson's farm, but it's regeneratively farmed grain turned into the flour. So plain flour. Obviously those bits don't need to go in the cool bag, but whatever. As I mentioned earlier, I bought raw milk. This was really inspired by our friends Ben and Robin. Robin in particular, she won't be drinking raw milk right now because obviously she's pregnant, but they are big fans of raw milk. They were explaining when we went for dinner with them last week just how full of goodness raw milk is. But you do have to drink it quite quickly, like this would go off in a few days, so I'm going to use this in the mac and cheese. Then we have got a really good quality cheddar, very essential, and a really good quality parmesan. I get my cheeses from 𝑑𝒉𝒏𝒅. Butter, this is an organic, unsalted, cultured butter. Salted would also be fine. A little bit of ground nutmeg. This I think is just from M&S. Realizing now how most of our ingredients are from 𝑑𝒉𝒏𝒅, even the mustard, but do you know what? I think once you've had your eyes opened to ingredients, it just makes you check everything. And yeah, I mean, this is just like real ingredients in this. I don't know what's in like the typical mustards that you get in a supermarket, but I imagine there might be something a bit questionable. So 𝑑𝒉𝒏𝒅 mustard, and then I'm just taking some spare cheddar. I asked Mum to get some when she went to the farm shop yesterday as well, and you don't want to be running short on cheddar. Then I saw this amazing butternut squash spiced cake on Riverford, and I thought that Scarlett and I could make it tonight. So we need a butternut squash, 2 eggs. How do I stop these from getting smashed on the journey? How can I transport these without them breaking?
We'll just take the whole lot of eggs you have to. Well, no, actually, take the eggs that we don't need out and put them in the egg box.
Oh, you're right clever.
Plonker.
Recipe wants 50 grams of walnuts, which we have plenty of. I'll just weigh out 50 grams. Spice mix, so I'm going to take the pumpkin spice. 300 grams of apples. Okay, I've even put my ginger and cinnamon in here. I'm sure Viv has got loads of these ingredients at home, but it'd be a real pain in the butt if there's something that we're missing and we need to go out to the supermarket, so I might as well just take everything. So there we go, our cake and mac and cheese ready to be made later on. Hello my darlings, it's a few hours later. We're at Charlie's mum and dad's house now, and we've just been watching the England versus New Zealand rugby game. I can't just sit and watch a rugby game, I have to be doing something else at the same time. Obviously I love watching rugby. Charlie's very into it, his whole family are, but I can't just sit and watch it. So I've been doing a lot of work on the Christmas gift guides. I'm adding to them every week, so even if you've already checked them, please go back and look again. I think especially the gift guide for him is exceptionally good. I'm really, really proud of that one. In fact, let me just pull out a few gifts which I think are particularly amazing. Okay, so just pulling out a few of my favourite things in the gift guide for him. For example, meat thermometers. If your husband or brother or boyfriend loves cooking meat, a meat thermometer is the secret to having perfectly cooked meat every single time. Charlie absolutely loves his. I'll pop little photos up on the screen here, and I'll leave the full gift guide linked down below in the description box. I found this warming wool and beer box on 𝑑𝒉𝒏𝒅. I thought that was such a nice idea. A hat and gloves and beer. Men's favourite things. I've even got quite practical things that are more affordable, like phone lanyards. This one's quite funny. A mini 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I'm not going to explain what that's for, you can Google it, but I think most men would have a little bit of a laugh. Then I've been on the Outnet, which is kind of like Net-a-Porter's outlet website, and they've got some amazing leather goods for men. So I picked out a few, well, Charlie's helped, picked out a few leather goods like wallets and card holders and things like that from really luxurious designers, but at a way better price than if you were to get them from like the full price retailers. Charlie's also chosen some really good clothing, some of his favourite brands like t-shirts, polo necks, even practical like gym socks and boxes, you know, just practical stuff. I find men the hardest to buy for, so that's why we've put the most focus on the gift guide for him. What else have we got? We've got some tech, we've got sustainable things, we've got more home things, coffee things. Yeah, there's loads of amazing things. I'm just scrolling through and there's literally so many incredible things on this gift guide. everything has been Charlie Irons approved. And then the next thing that I did after spending a lot of time on the gift guides was, just for fun, just for me, but I will show it to you now, I created an edit using what I think is my favourite Vlogmas soundtrack that we've used so far. Let me know down below. I'd love to know, from 2020, so there's 4 to choose from, 2020, 2021, 22 and 23. Yeah, from the 4 big Vlogmases we've done so far. I'll leave a link to one video from each of the Vlogmases down below, which feature the full intro. Bearing in mind sometimes I ramble a bit before the intro comes on. Please let me know which is your favourite Vlogmas intro. I might have asked you this in the last vlog, but anyway, I've created a mashup of some of my favourite scenes from all the different Vlogmases, and I put it into one video clip to get me and the whole team really excited for Vlogmas 2024. So I thought I would show you that little mashup now. That just makes me feel so festive and makes me really excited for Vlogmas this year. It's only like 3 weeks away. My most anticipated and favourite vlogs of the whole year are only around 3 weeks away. I cannot wait. This links back to my YouTube premium ramble earlier. But yeah, we are starting to plan this year's Vlogmas intro. I'm not going to do anything ridiculous, anything crazy. I actually think the clips filmed in our gorgeously festive cozy home are actually my favourites. So we might not even go anywhere this year. Just keep it really, really simple. And yeah, I'm just very, very excited. But anyway, so the rugby's over. Charlie and Scarlett have just gone to pick up Scarlett's friend Maria from the train station, and Viv and I are going to get cracking with a delightful mac and cheese that we're going to have with our steaks after the fireworks. So Martin is setting up fireworks in the garden. Apparently him and Scarlett had a spreadsheet to figure out like the best versus the price, because fireworks are expensive. So it's going to be a lovely evening, but first let's make a mac and cheese. Charlie's raiding the fridge for UPS.
Where are these chips then, Viv?
Right there, Charlie. Don't get off.
Where are they? Let's have a read.
Charlie's going to read the ingredients of the McCain's chips.
Carcinogenic ingredients are in McCain. The thing is, that is good advertising from McCain's, because Mum clearly thinks McCain's are trustworthy.
Yeah, but it's because is it daddy or chips? Right, go on then.
Right, here we go.
I bet they're not that bad.
I bet they're not that bad.
Okay, no, they're not that bad, but straight away the issue is they got corn and rapeseed oil.
Not that bad.
They're carcinogenic.
Could be worse.
They're carcinogenic.
Nah.
Beef dripping. To be fair, 89% potatoes, 7% vegetable oils,
So
corn,
are you going
rapeseed,
to eat
sunflower.
any or not?
I won't eat any, no. Beef dripping, 3% salt.
So,
they're not actually that bad. They're not that
they're
bad.
not UPF technically.
No, but I
because
don't
there's
love
no ingredients
rapeseed
in
or
there.
corn syrup.
Oh, well, you're not eating them anyway.
I've got steak and mac and cheese, mate.
All the more for me.
There you go.
Here's Martin Irons' 2024 firework display.
Let's not get too excited.
Oh, it's better than Estelle. Wow. Yes! Yes!
go!
Good morning, darlings. It is Sunday morning. Look at all the leaves on the ground. We are heading out. No one else in the house is awake yet, but we're heading for a nice walk into the park. Do you enjoy your Martin Irons firework display last night?
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And just for everyone's benefit, Dad actually did triple check. There are no dog owners down our road. There's only one person has a dog, and it's a Great Dane. They said, oh, it wouldn't bother them.
It's
so he did check, because I'm a little bit on the fence with private fireworks, if I'm honest. We personally wouldn't do them ourselves, but Dad just gets really excited about them.
He had a spreadsheet.
We only did, well, it was probably about 10 minutes worth of fireworks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it divides opinion. But anyway, it's one night of the year and it's quite magical.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think as long as you're really considerate, we're quite lucky with where Mum and Dad live, because they don't have any immediate neighbours.
No.
Either. Unlike, to be honest, when we lived in London, it was a bit tricky. When you're in a more concentrated area, I think
it's illegal to do fireworks in London.
Well, it wasn't when we were there.
Really?
Anyway,
Anyway.
Park, mate.
We are so close to the entrance to Windsor Park, so we're just going to go for a nice little morning stroll.
This house is just sold. This one's really sweet, don't you think?
It's beautiful. Is that wisteria on the top?
Yeah, it needs pruning back actually.
You need to prune your
control.
wisteria.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's a nice house though.
Just found a, what do you call it?
These are sweet
chestnuts
chestnuts.
tree.
Sweet chestnut.
Can you eat it raw?
You probably can, but they roast these. These are actually nicer than horse chestnuts. Horse chestnuts are obviously what we call conkers.
Yeah.
But these grow in...
Can we take a few and cook them on the Arga?
You can put a few in your pocket if you want, but these are much nastier. I mean, Mum and Dad have this tree in the garden.
Spiky.
And my childhood was heavily impacted by falling on these. I remember, I'm pretty sure I fell and got some on my bum once.
Free acupuncture.
Yeah.
Quite hard to extract them. Now, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but beyond the very bedraggled tree, in the gap over in the distance, that silhouette that you see.
It's Windsor Castle. Oh, that's
Windsor
better. Yeah, you've got
Castle.
a better angle here.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Where our beloved Queen used to live. And now our King lives.
Does he? So this looks a lot more dramatic in real life than it does on camera, but it's called The Long Walk. If you've watched our vlogs a lot in the past, you'll probably be familiar with this. If you watched the vlog, which I cheekily titled Come With Me to the Royal Wedding, Morning, then you'll know that Sophie and I, years ago when Meghan and Harry got married, we came and we were in the crowds here when they came along here in their carriage after their wedding. It was quite fun. How long is this walk, darling?
It's a good question. I actually should know this. I think it's around 2 miles.
Yeah.
But let me just quickly look.
It's funny because obviously this...
2.5.
2.5 miles.
So
this is Windsor Castle, and it's a bit of a trickery because you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I'll be there in 10.
Yeah.
Heck no. This walk takes an hour.
I used to run this there and back training for rugby pre-season.
Yeah.
And I always, it was so difficult to pace yourself.
Yeah.
Because as you say, you get really carried away early on in the walk.
Yeah.
And then you realise that you're not getting any closer. I always remember feeling euphoric because there's like a halfway point where the...
Is that only halfway?
I don't even know if it's exactly halfway, but let me read you a few facts.
Go on then.
Created by King Charles II in 1682, this tree-lined avenue stretches 2.5 miles down to the ancient fortress of Windsor Castle, the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world.
Oldest and largest occupied castle in the world. Wow.
The initial work included the buying up of land to connect Windsor Castle to Windsor Great Park and the purchase of 1,864 young elm trees.
Elm. Wow, that's quite cool.
And then if you look back this way, that's the Copper Horse, which commemorates King George III, which was erected in 1831.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do recommend, I often say to people, particularly if you're from the US or if you're coming over for more than a week, if you came over for 2 weeks, you could do London, Windsor and the Cotswolds, and I think that would be the best experience of
true British experience.
Obviously there are so many amazing other places in the UK to visit, all the other way are 𝑎𝑂𝑚𝑏s, beautiful places like Norfolk, the New Forest, Suffolk, loads, but just in terms of our favourite places, without having explored everywhere, of course. I mean, you could probably actually do in 2 weeks, you could do London, Windsor, Cotswolds, Scotland, home.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
It's funny, whenever I fly in or out of London as well, you can, I mean, you can see there's an aeroplane just there.
There's a lot of aeroplanes, that's the only negative.
But you can really clearly see the long walk when you're flying over, and I'm always like, oh, okay, I can find Charlie's mum and dad's house if I can see the long walk. Yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, we're on a mission to get down to the castle, down to Windsor. Gonna head to Gales, get a nice fresh loaf of bread to have with our breakfast, and then back home. Okay, we've been walking for half an hour and the castle seems a tiny bit closer, but I've got a question for anyone that's into aviation, or maybe any husbands or partners or wives listening that are pilots, if you can let me know. So our theory is that since COVID, there are just so many more airplanes flying over Windsor, and is it because the Queen used to not allow it, and now that she's sadly no longer with us, it's just a free-for-all? Or have they changed the flight path?
Because just to be clear, obviously the Queen chose after, I think the Queen must have lived at Buckingham Palace for a while, but I remember like 20 years ago when I lived obviously at Mum and Dad's, it was quite a big thing that she basically was spending more and more time at Windsor Castle, to the point that in the end she was like, no, I'm just going to live at Windsor Castle. Whereas obviously typically the royals live, or the monarch lives at Buckingham Palace, so I think King Charles lives at Buckingham Palace.
Does he?
Yeah, well, no one, think about it, he's travelling half the time.
Yeah.
He's just been in Australia and New Zealand, so I don't think he lives permanently anywhere. He obviously still has Highgrove, but as a monarch, he has to be seen to be at Buckingham Palace a lot, I think, because it's obviously the capital city of the country.
Yeah.
But my point being is, now that there isn't a living monarch at Windsor, I just don't think the Queen would have allowed, because it is, to be honest, it's been a lovely war, but it's shocking the number of airplanes.
Yeah, there'll be another one along any second.
I would imagine you see about 20 every hour.
I think more.
Maybe more.
I think there's one every 3 minutes.
It's quite shocking.
Yeah. And they are big airplanes coming into land at Heathrow T5.
Noisy as well. Very
so what are our theories? One is that the Queen just did not allow it. Number two, there's just way more flights since COVID.
Number three, that today the flight path involves this, but maybe other days they rotate it. So maybe it's just typical that today that we're here, the flight path is this bit.
Yeah.
Because they do change the flight paths, don't they?
Yeah.
To sort of rotate it.
Here's another one. Another British Airways coming in.
No, that's not British Airways.
Is it not? Oh, looks like an HSBC aeroplane. I don't know what that is.
Well, it could be if it's not BA.
No, interesting. Anyway, anyone that works in aviation, let us know your theories. It is, but even a small one, it's so loud. PJ, no, it's too big to be a PJ. Well, depends on who the owner is, I guess. Oh, we finally made it up to the castle, and gosh, it really is quite an incredible building. So there's this little kind of outpost on the entrance. Charlie's going to say hello to all the doggies. These little narrow windows would have been from the days of bow and arrows, where they would have aimed their shot out of the thin little windows.
I can't see a thing.
This boy has never walked past a Defender and not taken a photo. Is it a good one?
I think it's a heritage one, so yeah.
Yeah, nice. Can imagine Prince Harry driving one of them. Okay, so we're walking into the town of Windsor. We'll have another view of the castle on our right in a second. Highlights for me personally in Windsor, there is an Honest Burger here. Pretty sure there's still a Space NK. There's quite a sweet little shopping street.
We were just saying, weren't we? We'd love, as someone that grew up here but never really did it, I'd like to do a tour of Windsor.
Yeah, yeah, that would be amazing. Beautiful church. It's interesting, an olive green bronzy postbox.
A V? That's Queen Victoria.
Victoria? No, it looks like an R. VR, Victoria.
Victoria Regina.
Oh, interesting.
I think.
This looks like something out of Harry Potter. This building is completely on the wonk. Oh my goodness. How funny. Barber. And castle. There it is. Okay, we've got our coffees. Charlie decided to do the good thing and go to the more independent bakery across the road to get our bread for the day. And there's more nice little places down here. White Company, Oliver Bonus, and an Ole and Steen. Oh gosh, we might have to get a cinnamon bun from there, and then we've ticked off all the bakeries. So this is the Windsor and Eton train station. Very old school. Got a little Space NK. Got a Hobbs. Got a Le Creuset. 𝑭𝒂𝒕 down there. Holy moly! A proper good morning, my darlings. Gosh, I feel like I'm sat here in a straitjacket. My jeans are so tight from all of the indulgences lately. I've also got on, I don't know if you can see, a super old Gucci belt. I've had this for absolutely years. So we had a really gorgeous walk this morning. I'm really glad we went out and moved our bodies, got some fresh air, went to Gales, had a little look around Windsor, and now we are heading over to Charlie's nan's house. Viv has made a cottage pie, which we're going to heat up when we get there. So it's going to be really lovely. Just a very cozy family weekend. Does anyone else find it so funny when people try to give them directions, like telling you which road to drive down, and you're like, don't bother telling me because I'm just gonna go the way that Google Maps tells me? I think it's a generational thing, but it always makes me laugh. Anyway, so we've got a 20-minute drive to Charlie's nan's house. I've got on my super cozy Lilysilk cashmere. I love this jumper so much. It is so soft and cozy. I might actually put on my pajama bottoms when we get there for the full cozy vibes. But anyway, I'll see you when we get there. Hello again, my darlings. We are back home again now. It is many hours later. We had the most gorgeous afternoon. Very cozy, chilled afternoon with Charlie's nan. It was really sweet. We'd found, or Charlie's dad had found, loads of old photos, and there were lots of people in them that we didn't know who they were. So we were asking nan who was in the photos and a little bit of the backstory behind them. We found out lots about holiday romances and old boyfriends, so it was really sweet and nice to listen to her telling stories from long ago. But we're back home again now, and I'm not going to lie, my brain is frazzled, and I feel like we're just gonna have the coziest, most chilled evening ever. I have a confession. I've just put a Chicago town pizza in the 𝑭𝒂, and I cannot wait to have it. But I swear they just, I know a lot more now about food, but I just don't think they make things like they used to. Like, I can just tell the quality of it is not what it used to be. Speaking of food, my ice cream that I started making with you at the beginning of this vlog, I've just got it out the freezer, not to eat, although I will have to sample a little bit, but basically I'm gonna let it come, not up to room temperature, but I'm gonna let it melt down a little bit, and then I'm actually going to put it back in the Thermomix for its churning. And what this does, just by blending it through just for a few minutes, is it makes the ice cream so much creamier because it helps to break down any ice crystals. But as soon as it's melted a bit, I will give it a try. Before I wrap up the vlog as well, came home to a lovely little delivery from a jewellery company that I've heard a lot of people talking about online. So I was really intrigued to try them. It's a brand called Jewellery, and they have got the most beautiful quality of metals and pearls and things like that. And they very kindly sent me a selection, so I thought I would show them to you. These, I think, I'm gonna get so much wear out of this holiday season with beautiful special occasion dresses. They're just so timeless and gorgeous. They've got this kind of clover pattern at the top, little tiny weeny diamond in the middle there, and then this beautiful hanging pearl. Ooh, my camera's not very happy because, as you can see, the lighting in here is very bad. I've got my LED item up behind you, otherwise no one would be able to see a thing. I can't believe how dark and how early it gets dark these days. It's crazy. These earrings actually come with 2 backs, so they're going to be very secure. A metal butterfly and then a little kind of jelly back as well. I love how subtle they are. They'll be perfect for every day and for evening. Let me just pop the other one in. Yay! They are so beautiful, very subtle, and they'd be a lovely little Christmas gift idea. Then in this box, oh my goodness, we have got a matching bracelet. This is just the most beautiful, perfect pearls with, again, the little diamond in between, that really catches the light and catches your eye. Once again, just totally timeless, totally classic, the kind of things that you can just leave them on because they just go with every single outfit. I think it's so nice to have elegant pearls as part of your everyday jewellery. I'm not a believer in saving things for best. I think you've just got to wear your nice things all the time. That is gorgeous, really, really subtle, very pretty, very, very pretty. Done something to my lip, by the way. I've not had some dodgy filler. I think I might have slurped a coffee when it was too hot and it's really sore underneath there. TMI, but just in case you noticed. And then this necklace is simply stunning. It's obviously the necklace version of the earrings with that little clover, the hanging pearl and that diamond. You wouldn't be able to see it with what I'm wearing now, so I won't pop this on, but what a beautiful treat. Thank you very much to Gingerberry. I will leave these pieces linked down below and you'll see me wearing them throughout the festive season. Now I think we need to light a fire and then sample this ice cream. Okay, fire lighting 101. I've definitely showed you this before, but just in case you need a little reminder, this is how Charlie and I, this is our technique for lighting fires, which is quite useful to know, especially if maybe you live in London or in a house that doesn't have a stove like this, and then you go to an Airbnb and there is one. You want to know how to light it. So this is what we do. First of all, we create a little Jenga with the kindling. So normally 9 or 12 pieces in a little grid, like so. Charlie has reminded me that the reason that we do this is to improve the airflow on the flames, to encourage a bigger flame. That's also why a stove is so good, because with this little item down here, which you can't see at the moment, that allows you to control the amount of air that goes in and out, which helps you to control the fire. So just building this into our little Jenga. There's a close-up so you can see the structure that we've built with the kindling. And then hopefully your Airbnb will have supplied you with some of this, which is fire lighting items. At Strawtop Cottage, we do provide our guests with a load of fire lighters. You actually don't need this many, this is very excessive, but just fill your little Jenga with a few of these. 4 will be absolutely plenty. Okay, and now we're lighting the fire lighters. So it should start to burn quite nicely like this, and if you have got the ability to do so, this is when I like to shut the stove, and again that just controls the airflow and the flames will get bigger. Okay, I've moved you back a little bit so that the lighting doesn't go too crazy. And now that this has been burning away for a few minutes, I'm taking 2 logs, and again with airflow in mind, I want them to be kind of like this, like a little mountain over the top of my flames, so that air can still circulate all around the logs, instead of just sticking them in like this, which would completely stop the airflow. Hello, baby. Do not do this if you're wearing a polyester jumper, by the way. Now it looks like this, so my flames are on the logs burning away. Of course the kindling will burn a lot quicker, so they will eventually all collapse, but at that point the flames will have really got hold of the logs, and there's your fire started. Just keep adding the logs on as they burn down. You can blow on it if you need a little bit more air, but now I'm going to shut the doors of the stove, make sure there's a little bit of airflow still going in, and there's your perfect fire. Okay, I've got 7 minutes left of footage on this memory card before it's full. Let's try some of my chai ice cream. My mouth is watering. It hasn't been churned yet, so it will be a lot creamier when it's done. Wow, that is spicy. Like autumn spice, not curry spice. Oh my gosh. This with gingerbread man. Oh my gosh, holy moly, this is bloomin' good. I can see the ice crystals in it, so it definitely needs churning, but Flavor-wise, this is perfection. Wow, that's good. That is so good. Okay, final things for today's vlog. I ordered these on Amazon yesterday when I started the ice cream, and they've arrived now. This is actually called allspice. I thought allspice was just a mixture of all spices, but it turns out that it is its own spice. So I ordered this on Amazon for the next time that I make chai. Can't wait to try this out. From Hatton Hill Organic. And then we've had a delivery from Penhaligon's. I don't know if this is perfume or cookies. It looks like it might be something edible. That is adorable. Look at this. A little mini box set of Penhaligon's fragrances. Quercus, Blenheim Bouquet, Endymion, Juniper Sling, and Ħalfeti. Charlie used to wear Ħalfeti a lot of the time. That's a really handy little mini size if you don't know which could be your favorite. What a lovely little stocking filler. And then in here, I love their packaging and their branding this year with the mince pie on there. That looks so fun. Joy-filled delights and only the finest ingredients. Ħalfeti's Rose Pleasures. Oh my gosh. Look at this. That is a luxurious gift set. My goodness. So we've got the Ħalfeti Eau de Parfum, which is such a lovely, rich fragrance. Oh my gosh, I forgot how gorgeous that is. It's really unisex as well. If you like to smell a little bit musky, tobacco-y, very sexy, very smoky, that's, oh my goodness. I'm going to start wearing that again. That is such a nice, if you want to smell like a luxurious, cozy autumn festive evening, then this is the fragrance. This is what I imagine, like, I don't know, this is what 𝑒Stelle smells like to me. Luxurious, classic, old English, beautiful. And, didn't know they did this, but there's even a Ħalfeti hand and body wash. My goodness, in the most beautiful bottle. Look at this. That is absolutely stunning. If you know someone that is already a huge lover of the Ħalfeti fragrance, then this is just the most beautiful little gift set that you could get for them. And I always find if I use a body wash of the perfume, it just makes you smell so much stronger. So I feel like Charlie and I are going to be not arguing over this because I'm going to put it in the shower that we both use, but we are both going to be absolutely loving this. And I feel like this could be a his and hers fragrance. You could both wear and enjoy these just as much as each other. So what a beautiful gift. Thank you so much, Penhaligon's. I now smell 10 out of 10 amazing. What a beautiful treat. I feel very, very lucky. Definitely a good one for Christmas gifting. Oh, I need to open up the doors of the fire again, let some more air in because it's gone a little bit low on the flame side. But my darlings, I am going to enjoy my pizza now. Not so luxurious, but thank you so much for watching today's vlog. I really hope you have enjoyed it, and everything that I have worn and mentioned will be linked in the description box down below, so check that out if you'd like more info or any shoppable links. You'll also find links to our discount directory and our Christmas gift guides. Please take a look at them. We spent a long time putting those together, and they really are perfection. So that's all from me. I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.